Good evening, welcome back. The 17th of August 2026, Monday, 6:30. Let's get the first screenshot from last night. 4 minutes past 7. I was getting ready to inject Abasagla 24 hours long-acting insulin, and I had 200 grams of cottage cheese. Waking up at 4:15, look at this. This is what we like to see. Wake up, bang on 5, pretty flat night. The highest reading was about 6.5, but flat-ish throughout the night. I had a very good deep sleep. This is what we were waiting for. The next picture at 5:30. I was getting ready to take Rocky for a walk. Not for a walk actually, to take him to my brother because it was raining. So if I get wet through, that's not very good at work. So I decided to take Rocky to my brother, come back, get changed, and then call an Uber. That's 250 grams of full-fat Greek yogurt with a spoonful of peanut butter. I was on 5.2. And it was about 20 minutes there and about 15 minutes back without him. I stepped on a little bit. As you can see, I didn't have to worry about dropping too low as it started to digest. And just after arriving, I was on 5.5. Not long after coming home. Went to work with an Uber. That's when I don't know what I'm doing here. So yeah, I took this picture on the way. I do apologize. I took this picture on the way. And this is when I got home. That was 6:30. I'm getting ready to call an Uber. As you can see here, at the little elevation, went up to around 6 and then got myself active at work and started to drop. So 8:30, I had to do something about it. In this case, I started with an apple, smashed an apple, and on behind my usual breakfast, a jar of tuna. I didn't take a picture of that. No, probably because I had to eat the apple, so I didn't bother to take a picture, but I've already assembled. That was a jar of tuna with 5 boiled eggs, a generous amount of black pepper and 1 red bell pepper on the side. It's actually worked out because we stopped the drop. After I had the apple, I was waiting about 5 minutes and then started to eat. Went up a little bit and I got myself active again, so it put me down. I had to eat 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter with an apple, and I've been treated. My colleague, this is from Starbucks, a coconut milk cappuccino. This is my new favorite from Starbucks, and I never mentioned, he didn't know, so I had a bit of chocolate sprinkle on the top. I didn't mention. I said that's okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more active, I don't mind. And I already had the apple and the peanut butter. So we all know what happens after this. We get a reminder, even though you're active a little bit, you are diabetic. So it started to go up, of course it did. And then I've got a bit of the eggs and the tuna as well. That's so it's all added up. And what we're gonna do now, inject, correct. And I did. So the correction, and then that dropped me back. This picture was taken 2 minutes before 3. And I finished at 3:30, so about 25 minutes before I left. I took this picture. I had to prepare for half an hour walk to get home. So basically the one unit of Novo Rapid, it worked. I weren't really active, I'd say about fairly active. I had time when I was doing a bit of computer, I was driving forklift, and then also I had time when I was moving around. Dropped me down to 5.1. And I had a banana. That's about between a small and a medium sized banana with peanut butter, and this time I finished off the jar, so I say it was about 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. That's sounds a lot, but it is what it is. No insulin with that one. And obviously I got home, sit down, and I took it easy for about half an hour, took a shower, and they started to coming up. But I knew I will inject, prepare for dinner, so I didn't really bothered. I had to go out and realized I've got no coffee, so I had to go down to the corner shop, came home, and not long after, about 5 minutes after, I injected, and then 20 minutes later I had my first bite. This is dinner tonight. 300 grams of Aberdeen Angus, 15%. Aberdeen Angus, I seasoned it with Indian spices. It's like a kind of kebab. Cut it in half. I made a burger and cut it in half while I was frying, nice and slow in the pan. I had 100 grams, this is bang on 100 grams of fridge cold boiled potato, skin on, just 1 gherkin today, a bit more sauerkraut, and 1 bell pepper, green bell pepper on the side. It was not too much, just enough. And of course my signature garlic Greek yogurt on the top with a pinch of salt and parsley. Enjoy this dish. I eat this quite often. If you follow me, you know. And I injected 1 unit of Novo Rapid for this one. At about 5 minutes walk after, and prepared to make the video. So this is where we're currently at. I've got about half an hour, and then I inject the long-acting one. Don't know if I have to eat tonight or not. We'll see. If so, I will take a picture, of course. And yeah, we started very good, to be honest with you. I'm happy with the evening routine and the night sleep, the night result, the night figures, waking up. I'm also happy about eating that Greek yogurt with peanut butter, taking Rocky for a walk, coming home, get to work, being active. So I was all right with this. I didn't have to inject. And then when I was dropping low, I had to eat the apple, start with the apple, wait a little bit. That's not very nice when I can't eat. I didn't fancy that apple, but I had to. If I don't eat that apple, I could eat 1 or 2 or 3 glucose tablets, wait a little bit and then eat. But if I can fix the issues with fruits or any nature given proper real food, I always do. No panic, no stress. I knew I had no active insulin in me, so the drop is not like rapid. I'm not in danger. It's not insulin, fast acting insulin to kick in, but I have to take action, of course. So I had the apple, waited about 5 minutes just to make sure it starts to digest properly, and then I started on the meal. Yeah, it was probably too much peanut butter today. Probably I shouldn't eat the apple after, but I did. So I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. To be honest with you, that's not a great result. compared to how we started the day and the night. But let's be honest, I was at work, I didn't have to constantly check on the glucose monitor. I never had time when I felt bad or have to sit down or have to ask for support or have to eat glucose tablets or Haribos or whatever else. Usually type 1 diabetics operate. So overall, it's not that bad. I know when you up and then you drop down and you up again, that's not very good for you. I know it, but the highest reading was 9, the lowest was 4. Overall, we kept it in range. So I take it. And I must be honest with you, it's not about perfection, and you know, it's time to time I know I probably shouldn't it, but I say, okay, I get myself active, I walk another 10 or 15 minutes and it will be fine, or I do something. I'm just, I'm a human being, so sometimes I know I shouldn't eat that apple, or should just probably half would be enough, or just eat a bit of peanut butter, that would do. But I do it, so yeah, no regrets on this one. So yeah, this is it from me for now. As you can see, we're not panicking on that one. That's probably gonna jump up a little bit. If so, I don't know. I've got about half an hour, less than half an hour to inject the long-acting one. I feel a bit tired today. It was a long day at work, but I'm not bad. I'm planning to have a kettlebell session tomorrow morning. I will get myself down to the car park. Apparently it will rain. Oh, rain's back. I was so happy this morning. I checked the forecast as I usually do on my phone, and I've seen it's going to rain from 5 o'clock, and we get hours of rain. So that's just, this is exactly what we were waiting for. Temperature dropped back to 22 Celsius. So that's another good thing. In the next couple of days or the next week, we get rainy days and the temperature is going to stay around 22 degrees. Perfect. So yeah, this is a good spot. This is a good place to be. So yeah, I was talking too much already, so I wish you a peaceful good evening, a good night's sleep, good recovery sleep. This is what I planning to do, and I will do. And then if anything happens for the rest of the night, I will take a picture and I will bring it with me tomorrow. If not, I might just take a picture before bed. You take care of yourself as always. See you in the next one. See you, bye.